Welcome to Food Fight Friday at the Aid Station, a live podcast where Adam Lee of Community Trail Running and myself, Jason Bahamundi of Run Try Bike, will discuss 3 food choices that we have to either eat at the aid station, throw away, or carry with us to eat on the move. Enjoy the show and the laughs that are sure to follow. Thank you for joining us. Hey, dude, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you for joining me in this live Food Fight Friday.
I'm super excited for it. I can't wait to hear what you've come up with.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for like a week, and yesterday I finally nailed down my 3 food choices for you. So for those of you who are joining us that don't know, we're doing a game based on the premise of fuck, marry, kill. So I'm going to give Adam 3 food choices, and he has to either choose to eat it at the aid station we're at, throw it in the garbage, or carry it with him until the next aid station where he can refuel again. So Adam, are you ready for your 3 food choices?
I am so ready. Let's do this, Jason.
Option 1 is a bowl of sauerkraut. Option 2 is a bowl of baked beans. And option 3 is a 2-day-old baguette. And before you ask, no, you cannot dip the baguette into the baked beans to soften it.
A 2-day-old baguette. No, like, is this a baguette from like my local bakery, or is it like the shitty grocery store 2-day-old baguette? Because that's like that's prime time.
Grocery store baguette, dude.
Okay. That's like fresh. That's as fresh as it gets at the No Frills around here. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
It's like a baseball bat after 2 days.
So that's good for wildlife too. I'm taking the baguette with me because if I run into a fucking cougar or some shit, I got something on me. So that's going in the pack. What do I eat right away? I think also for the competitive spirit, I'm eating the beans. Because as soon as I get on the trail, I'm going to create space if I've had beans. That's for sure. I'm going to be gassy. There's not going to be anyone that's going to want to be near me. And either they'll run too fast and they'll blow themselves up, or they'll have to hang way the hell back because they'll have to hang way the hell back. And I guess that means I'm killing the sauerkraut, which if I had like a sausage with me, then it might be changing up, right? Like that graphic you have or whatever. I need the sauerkraut on my hot dog or whatever for sure. But just on its own, yeah, I think I'm giving that back to you at the aid station.
I got to tell you, like sauerkraut, at first I was like, yeah, I think I might eat that. You know, the whole probiotics thing, it might help your gut as you're going through miles 60 to 100. But then I'm like, there's no way. I'd be burping that shit up all the rest of the way. It would be awful.
No matter what, it's going to be a gassy nightmare.
The baked beans would be hard, dude. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if you're on a long trail run or a long ultra you're racing, you know you're pooping in the woods anyway. So this is just going to help with that scenario. So yeah, eating it immediately.
Just lean into it, you know, pull up some chair, maybe even get a little campfire going, like get the whole thing going.
You know, I wonder if I would have changed if I would have set up the scenario to be like, it's 104 degrees out. You're at mile 70 and you show up to this aid station and you're just totally wiped out. And you're like, what the hell am I going to eat here?
104 degrees might make that different. I might drink the sauerkraut then.
Could you imagine how sick you would be? A bowl of sauerkraut juice.
I don't think the aid station. Well, you know what? They don't care. As long as you're leaving, you do whatever you want.
I was racing Black Canyon. I think it was 2019 or somewhere in that vicinity. And I got to the last aid station and I was so spent, and I had Coke in a flask and they had pickle juice there. And I was like, can you pour the pickle juice into this Coke flask so I can just drink it and get both the sugar and the saltiness on the way? And the aid station volunteer was like, seriously? And I was like, look, man, we've been racing for like 10 hours. Nothing makes sense anymore. Just pour it in there and let's get going.
Barkeep. Coke and pickle juice, please. How was it?
It was fantastic until about 30 minutes later, and I was just burping constantly, and each burp, one would be Coke, like flat old Coke, and the other one would be pickle juice. It was terrible after a while.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I was going to present to you one of the options I thought of was roasted potatoes, because I don't know if I've told you this story. When I raced my first 100-miler, or no, it was my third 100-miler, and
Is
I
this
went to
is this the hand story?
yeah. Did I tell you
Yeah.
that story?
Yeah. So if the potatoes are coming from that pan, I'm with the lady that looked at you like you're diseased.
Shit. This dude's at mile 80. He's got boogers hanging out. I know you've pooped in the woods, sweat everywhere.
I love that story so much because I just can only imagine her like, oh, he's doing it. He did it. He did the thing. Oh.
7 hours of hard work, and this asshole comes rolling up here. I'm gonna start all over again.
Right? It's not like volunteering at the aid stations is easy either. So like, what the hell?
You know, you've been hauling crap in from like remote roads for days on end, and now this guy comes rolling up, you know. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick my hand in this entire tray of potatoes. The hell with the rest of them.
Oh my God.
The one thing I didn't present to you though, and I don't know if it would have changed the option, because I do think the idea of the baguette as a bat is a really smart move. But like, how would you carry a bowl of baked beans or a bowl of sauerkraut to the next aid station?
I think you're just like you're cruising, you know, like you're gonna just take your time, like take in some sights. I think that's the way it's gonna have to be. Yeah.
The competitor's running next to you, and you're just like, yeah, look at me and my baked beans.
Right? Bite.
I can't even begin to imagine what that would look like. You know, like imagine like it's at an aid station where you got to now start climbing, right? So you're like holding a trekking pole in one hand and a pole in the other. You're trying to maneuver.
The other part of that though is like, as hilarious as it is, it wouldn't shock me. Like if I cruised past an aid station, yeah, and someone's rocking a bowl and eating whatever, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
Dude, some of the weirdest shit I've seen at races. So I raced Ironman Texas years and years ago, and it was like 110-degree heat index. And we're doing the marathon, and this dude pulls out a Whopper out of a bag at the special needs bag during the run. And all I'm thinking to myself is that mayonnaise has been baking in the sun for like 2 days now, dude. Like that cannot be good. Like there's no way you make it through the end of this run without shitting yourself. There's no way.
If you know that you're already gonna shit yourself, then and you have the Whopper in there, then I say like pull the cord. Let's do this. Like sometimes you need that fast food pick me up.
I don't know about that. Like, I will eat just about anything, but that just turned my stomach. I was like, there's 2-day-old mayonnaise sitting in the sun. It's 110 degrees out. Like, there's just no way.
I used to have an iron gut, and now I have nothing even remotely close to that. But I still have this like weird hang up. Like, it'll be fine.
But that's the difference between like road running and being in an Ironman, right? Where like you have to find a porta potty, whereas you're in the woods during an ultra. You're like, okay, here we go. I'll bring my baguette bat and fight off the cougars while I'm going.
Yeah. Right? Or maybe I'll snack with them. Like, yeah, we could.
Feed it to the raccoons as you're going to the potty at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe take some birds with you along the way. You can make friends, you can defend yourself, and you can eat it.
Yeah, the baguette becomes a very useful. And if your trekking pole snaps, you might be able to use it for that along the way too.
Yeah, you've given us a very useful tool there, and I appreciate that.
Dude, thank you so much for joining me on this first live Food Fight Friday at the aid station. For those of you who are just joining now live, Adam's options were a bowl of sauerkraut, a bowl of baked beans, or a baguette. And he had to choose to either eat it right away, throw it in the trash, or carry it with him to the next aid station. And he chose to toss the sauerkraut, eat the baked beans, and carry the baguette bat with him just in case he needed to defend off cougars. So that's a great answer to our first live Food Fight Friday at the aid station. I believe we're on schedule for next week as well, where you present me 3 options. Is that correct?
And I got 3 good ones for you. It's gonna. I got a little Canadiana for you in it. It's gonna be good.
I can't wait. Dude, thanks for joining me. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you so much, Jason.
Bye.